All right. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm going from the Four Horsemen. I'm going to be talking to you a bit about the Egyptian expansions and how to play them. Egyptian, of course, come with four heroes. You have Wadjet, who does poison and fire. You have Hathor, who is all about transferring resources and transferring relics between heroes. Then you have Bastet, who is pretty good at killing demons. She can prevent corruption on herself, but she also can get stuff when she builds. And then Horus, who has the ability to add demons and subtract demons at the same time, kind of shift them around that way while also gaining resources and killing demons. The Some of the most interesting things about the Egyptian heroes, though, is each one of them have a passive power actually that give them something every time they build. So when you build a building, you put these brown tokens on a building board, and the building board shows you which of these wonderful wonders you're going to build. So the mausoleum, the hanging gardens, and these are pretty badly printed ones, honestly, because I'm just using my home resin printer. But I've got a whole bunch of them. There's like 14, and you put brown tokens on, and every time you put a brown token on the building board, these guys get something. For example, Horus gets prestige. Wadjet, well, Wadjet doesn't get anything. She can actually build for corruption, which is pretty cool. Hathor gets to take some ritual. Bastet takes some ritual, and so yeah, they do different things. But when you complete a wonder, each of the Egyptian heroes also get a bonus. They get you know different stuff like Bastet gets to kill demons, Hathor gets to draw a card, Wadja gets ritual. So they all get something cool and different when they build it. So it really focuses on that. They also start with some building tokens in play, so that they can get their first wonder constructed faster. Now you don't have to play with the Egyptian heroes to construct wonders. Every hero on the upkeep can choose to sacrifice a couple followers, send them out to build a wonder, and and get that permanent benefit. And the permanent benefits are quite good. For example, it might be that every time you move a horseman back, you get to take wisdom, or every time you acquire a relic, you get a plus prestige, right? So these are pretty powerful effects that are usually worth the cost, but it's up to you. It depends on how you want to play. Of course, they come with some different bad guys as well. You have, horror Set, who makes you build stuff. Apep, who spawns a bunch of gates, and we'll talk about those in a second. And Ra, who you have to lock in a pyramid. And um, so yeah, there's four different villains in this set. Gates are something this one adds. So like I said, or like you may have already known, every one of these expansion adds something for the good guys and something for the bad guys. And all of it is, of course, optional and reverse compatible, so you don't have to play with this stuff. You can if you want to. And for the Egyptians, it adds these gates, and there's these new event cards. And remember, these are redesigned, so these aren't the newest ones. But you can see the gate token on there. Every time you get one of these gate tokens, you're going to put one of these bad boys on the board in the summoning circle. And at the end of each round, if each of these that are left will spawn one demon. So you can become overrun pretty quickly if you don't manage to take care of it. And and you want to make sure that those are dead. You can kill them in two different ways. The first one is if you have a minus gate symbol, then they kill them. And the other way that you can kill them is with a -2 demon symbol. If you have a -3 demon symbol, you can do damage to other demons around it. But if you only have a -1 demon symbol, you can't actually kill this. Even if you have two -1s, they don't stack. You have to have one -2 or higher symbol to kill this thing. And yeah, and so they're pretty nasty little things. I try to kill them off as soon as they come out. So that is the Egyptian expansion in a nutshell. To do it reverse compatible, whenever you see one of these symbols, the gate symbols on it, you just put two demons on, or just don't play with those events, right? You don't have to put those events on. And the Egyptians, when they do a build icon, it's whenever they get one of each general resource. So if they get a wisdom, prestige, and follower, prestige and zeal at the same time, then they trigger their building passive power. And also at the startup, instead of taking these build tokens, they get one of each of these. So you can play the Egyptian heroes with the base game. No buildings necessary. They're still really cool and just as good um, without the buildings. And like I said, all heroes can also do buildings. So it doesn't matter if you're playing Christian, Greek, or Norse or whatever. You can still build buildings. And then the gates, you just add to. So add some dynamic elements there that are pretty interesting. And that is how you play the Egyptians in a nutshell. So if you have any questions about that or something didn't make sense that I said, please go ahead and send me a message. Happy to explain.